you doing? This is Dan McDonald. I'm the Life Regenerator here on YouTube. How's that?
Great.
We got a live studio audience. Today I've got a juice recipe for you. I wanted to inspire you to get on the apples. The apples are in season and they are very useful at this time of year because you want what's in season to be the bulk of your diet. And right now, an apple a day is not enough. So use apples for food, for applesauce, for salads, and I love apples for juices. And in this juice I've got apples, Asian pears, which are also in season, and I've got some celery, which is very fresh and delicious. I've got some fennel, and I've got some herbs here that inspired the whole thing from the farmer's market today, and this is actually parsley. It's a mixture between parsley and celery, and then I've got some mint, and then I've got some lemon balm. So those will go real nice. I'm going to use the Omega for that, and then I'm going to use the Breville Juice Fountain Plus for the rest of this stuff. And then I'm just going to combine it here in this pitcher. The first thing I'm going to do is juice the lemon so that as I'm pouring everything into this juicer, the rest of the sugars will not oxidize because the citric acid in the lemon will keep everything fresh until I'm done. Then we're going to pour a glass. This is for 4 people here today, so don't be surprised at the sheer volume of this juice recipe. And to keep you entertained while I juice, I've got a special song that I want to play for you. So follow the instructions to the song more importantly than you follow the instructions of the man juicing in front of you. Ready? Go. I'm going to go on low, and that produces less foam with the apples. So talented. Ooh, I forgot about the herbs. Duh! Mint. Freshly picked out of the garden today. Lemon balm. some Goo Goo Dolls, Let Love In. That is the underlying message here. Cool. Check that song out and pick it up on iTunes. We got this thing. Pretty good. A lot of juice. Gonna do some celery now real quick. Finish this thing off. You get juicer, huh? Cool, so thanks for joining me on this video. Looks like the herbs are almost done here. I use the celery to shove in the herbs at the end. I like both of these juicers for obvious reasons. This one has a much higher extraction rate, or any of the centrifugal or twin gear juicers, or excuse me, single auger. This is a centrifugal juicer, a little bit more foam, not quite the extraction, but a heck of a lot quicker. So use apples and herbs. That's like the best thing you can do right now this time of the year. Apples are available abundantly right now. They're coming off the trees. They're fresh. They're a magnificent food for human body. So please use apples as a base for your juices, and you'll be able to increase your health. So juicing for energy and peak performance was a huge success. I've got a lot of feedback. It was one of my favorites. Of course, when you do something, you get better and better at it. Did you like it?
Oh, yeah.
Excellent.
It's a good one.
Lots of excellent juice recipes in juicing for energy and peak performance. There's always a link down below my videos. I want to encourage everyone to just get healthy. Raw food is the best food for you, because what you're going to get out of these raw foods is clean blood. Okay, first of all, when you're sick, you got to work on your lymphatic system. So keep on doing that with fruits and herbs, particularly the fruits, to break up that lymphatic junk, okay? But once you're like me and your lymphatic system is clean and your immune system is working really well, then you want to focus on mastering the raw foods so that you can have pure blood. Because if your blood is pure, that's going to go into your brain. Your brain is going to think clearly, and you're going to pick up the messages. You're going to have a better relationship with yourself. You're going to be able to hear your own self talking to yourself, and you're going to be able to receive the subtle vibrations of the universe. Toxicity in the lymphatic system generally ends up as disease. Diseases of the blood end up as confusion and a dumping of those toxins into the lymphatic system. So there are many tools and techniques, but one thing that you can be rest assured is that for pure blood, you're going to want oxygen and raw living foods. Herbs and fruits are the best foods for mankind. Nuts and seeds, physical activity, sunlight. You've heard me say it all before. I'll say it all again. Just a typical basic recipe, but I wanted to share this with you because I was inspired by those herbs. So drink juice and drink herbs and get healthy, because that's the way that you're going to live a good life. Because health, that is your number one. Okay, let me ask you a question real quick before I let you go. If you had $10 billion, that'd be cool, wouldn't it? But now let's say you had that $10 billion and your ass was laying in bed, sick. How good is the 10 bill? Nothing. But if you were broke and you had your health, what do you got? Everything. Because you can get up and make $10 billion. You see? You cannot buy health. It is earned by your choices that you make every single day of your life. And health, as a hobby, is worth it. It doesn't matter how far down the road you've gone. I've seen people turn it around and become champions. Okay? But it's going to take self-love. And you can't expect the quick fix like we have here in America or in the industrial nations. I want a pill. I want something quick to fix my problems. You want to get in and slowly but surely repair the damage done, stop the degeneration, turn it around, and go back the other way into your highest and best self. Okay, so that's why Dan the Man is here to help you to do that, because that's what I'm doing, and it is working. And I'm glad I started this 12 years ago on the raw foods, because it has been the smartest and the best thing I have ever done, because after all this time, it's still fun, it's exciting, and it's beyond health. Now it is into like divine communion with life. And that is the place where, as human beings, eventually we're going to go there. So don't waste any more of your life. Start today the slow and steady process of regaining, maintaining, or expanding your health. Okay, so thank you very much. This is Dan McDonald. A couple more things I want to share with you. I got one for you too coming up, little lady. God bless you guys. And God bless you guys. And also, one thing I want to mention, I'm learning a lot about YouTube. They're changing up their game. So if you want to do me a favor and make it a habit to give these videos a thumbs up, that would be really cool. Like if I've ever done anything for you and you've got just 1 second, please click on the like thumbs up button on these videos, because that's going to move me up in the YouTube and that's going to allow more people to see me. Okay? And also, if you comment, that's also very cool. They're going to be doing that as well. Another thing that helps out is if you watch from beginning to end. Now, I'm not going to ask you to do that because some of the videos are for you and some of them aren't. But just to let you know, so you can help me out and we can help more people out getting these videos out there. So the thumbs up and the commenting, even if it's just a little smiley face or a hey Dan or a thank you or awesome video, something simple and quick, because I know that your time is valuable, I would surely appreciate that. And so will the people who get to find these videos, because we're moving up in the rankings, baby. So let me get you something, Sophia, for a juice drink. I want to know how it is on your end. I already know. What do you think? Drinkable, Jerry?
Surprisingly, yes.
Yeah, well, I hooked it up real good. This would be something that'd be good for kids or anybody, because with the pear and the apple, you get a lot of flavor, right? And then the herbs, you need just a little bit of herbs. You don't need a lot.
Just a faint taste of the herbs.
Yeah. You just want a little bit of the herbs so that you can get those in your bloodstream and they really get into your consciousness. And then you start getting plant and earth and life consciousness that way by slowly adding these foods. So you don't have to be like hardcore rigid, like, okay, I have to go 100% raw or something like that. You just need to add in these good foods slowly but surely, because everybody knows that a banana tastes good. Everybody knows that a juice drink like this tastes good. So you don't have to force anything. You just bring in these juices every day. Like the daily juicing habit is the one thing that everyone can do to change their life. Because once you start bringing in these plants into your body, it automatically starts to make some changes in your mind, because these foods go into the blood and they go into your mind, and then the next day your body says, hey, I want some more of those, whatever those were. It wasn't fried chicken, it wasn't a bacon burger, but it was like something. There was life there, and it starts to call out for it. You're like, I want that carrot, apple, ginger, parsley juice. Okay, so I'm here to help you. I have a good time with this. I love what I do here. I really appreciate your time and watching these videos, and thumbs up and checking all the links down below and sending a cool video to your friend, because I will tell you right now, these juices and these raw foods save lives. I've seen it happen thousands and thousands of times. I'm sitting on my end. We need to get this message out there, that energy is what's going to heal us, not pills, not surgeries. And there's a real practical and pragmatic way to healing. I need to try this myself. Okay? Let you all know how it is. Because I am the juicing master. And these are just pure liquid life. And that's what you want. More life. Didn't my man say? I have come to give you life and more of it. And so I'm following that path. And I'm listening to the subtle cues. And I'm hardly even hungry anymore, because I'm living more off of nature and calmness and peace. And really, after a while, you don't need that much food. So there's a lot of people that eat a lot of food because they're not getting any nutrition and they're getting overweight. As soon as you get some nutrition, now I'm not saying like I could drink, you know, a couple jars of this juice, but I'll be good for 3 or 4 hours and a lot of hardcore work, you know, workout or whatever. So, man, that is good. You want some more, don't you?
Can I have some more?
What about you, Jerry?
Please?
Yeah, I'll have a little more.
What about you, Sophia? You good?
I'm good for now.
Okay. Thank you very much for watching this video. You know I could go on and on because I want to tell you something today that you might not have heard before, but that's an unlikelihood since I have 1,300 videos and you've watched them all. But life, life, life. You deserve it. It's precious. Don't waste any more of it. Follow yourself. Listen to yourself. Follow your path. One more thing. There are people that are not going to dig you. But if you're 18, you can eat what you want. They're going to freak out because you're making them look bad. You're not going to die. You say, Dan McDonald, he hasn't had no protein for 12 years. Okay, and he is alive and kicking, and he keeps getting healthier and happier. In this world, we go by how we look instead of how we feel. So try to think about that with the weight thing and all that. You're too skinny. Maybe everyone's kind of bloated and they've got interstitial lymphatic constipation and cellular congestion and 20 or 30 pounds of that, so they look bigger, and that's their idea of health. But what it is that is really just congestion and ill health waiting to happen in the long term and sometimes the short term. But if you have cellular energy, cell vibration, and a nice, tight, fit, healthy, muscular body, but you don't need all that interstitial lymphatic constipation clogging up the utilization of oxygen in your cells. So eat raw foods, and if people are giving you a hard time, just smile. Love them. Don't worry about it, but do your own thing. I'm telling you, I've had to give advice to people to say, just smuggle a bag of oranges into your room when these kids are trying to go raw and their parents are like, you can't just eat oranges. You know, and they want to feed, because we are programmed, and you got to understand, you got to be kind to them too, because they have been bombarded with lies, as we all have. And they wag the dog over here and make you think that they're doing something, but while they're slowly but surely enslaving us and making us sick. So it's time that you got to wake up. And if you wake up and your family's not, or your friends are, or your coworkers don't get it, come to these videos. I will tell you right now, you are doing the right thing. Because body and your spirit and your mind is where it is. Because if you're not waking up, you're going over the cliff by the Pied Piper singing his song of death. Okay? I don't mean to be so crazy, but it's just like life is precious. Don't waste it because of other people's fears. Courage, love, and faith lead to peace. Okay, Dan McDonald, check all the links below. And don't forget, give me a thumbs up and get into the habit of it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Peace. Cool. I don't know.
20 minutes maybe?
It's still going because this button is stuck.